Warning, you may or may not resonate with the description of sun sign Taurus. Sometimes we resonate more with our rising sign than our sun sign. This is only predicated on research that I've done as well as my own personal experiences with Taurus. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Goddess J Reed. So look, we just did Aries last week. This week we doing Taurus. For those of you who do not know who I am the founder, creator, CEO of the You Youniversity. Hence the graduation cap, because we're graduating from the University of Life around here. So I'm the founder. What I did was I created a self-developmental tool that I could use every day in practical use, something easy to really work on myself, because I was at a place where I really was developing my personality. Okay, so now with the You Youniversity, just in case you're interested in joining, first of all, you will go to www.theyouuniversity.com, which you'll see below, and you want to pretty much go to join the team. You can go to the about section, and just go through it so that you can see if this is something you really want to be a part of. You want to know how to respond out here in this world, and we pretty much want to focus on the things that's going to get you elevated into the next level in life. And once you master who you are, is which we use these self-developmental tools to do that. I mean, the sky is the limit to where you can go in life. So once you graduate from the You Youniversity, you're going to graduate from your sun sign when you go through my class. But for now, this is a part of it. You're going to create a vision board that you can look at every day. And in that vision board, it'll have your good things, your bad things, things that you can work on, things that you see yourself doing, predicated on who you are as a person. So that's what the You Youniversity is about. I cannot wait to tell y'all more about it. But for right now, we're going to get this work and get into Taurus. We know that Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. With the planet Venus, you know that's dealing with love. You know that's dealing with what you value, the things you hold close to your heart. You know that's how you give and receive love. So that's Venus. Then we have them being fixated. So that's a fixed sign. So what does it mean to be a fixed sign ruled by the planet Venus? It means that you're fixated on the shit that you love, right? Super simple math. So now what we're going to do is also focus on the sign Taurus itself, and we're dealing with the sun sign of Taurus, the archetype of Taurus actually today. Okay, so with the Taurus, they are earth signs, so they're very grounded and very stable, and they take pride in those things. So they can have a tendency to be very disappointed and let down easily as far as how hard they are on themselves. And they come off hard on other people too, because they're actually that hard on themselves. They're an earth sign. They're super grounded people. They want things to be a certain kind of way. They have in their mind how they want it done. Now, earth sign, we can discuss that. Sometimes you gotta take it easy and learn from Capricorns about patience. And it's okay to mess up, because eventually, with the way cycles of life work anyway, everything will come together like you want it to come together. And you will not be born as a Taurus if your life will be in shambles. No, honey, you are a Taurus. You are stable. You are grounded. You don't have to kind of be so particular when it comes to details. But I understand. So I like to think of the Taurus as the kings and queens, the builders of the zodiac. And I say kings and queens because they like luxury. I mean, they're ruled by Venus, the planet Venus. They like luxury. They like things to be a certain type of way, to be grand, to be glamorous if they're women. And they are the kings and queens, and they expect you to treat them and come at them as such. A Taurus can be bullheaded and rub off that way to some, but it's just their makeup. They are earth sign. They're ruled by Venus. They like luxury. They think and know that they should have the best, and that's what they strive for. Now, when it comes to a Taurus, the pros, we're going to stick to the pros for now. They're very practical, very, very thorough people. They want to get things done a certain type of way. Guys look over details. You're very, very particular. You want things done how you want them done. Understood, understandable. We all have our natures, and honestly, if you weren't supposed to be built that way, the universe wouldn't have put you together that way. You just want to be careful, because sometimes a lot of things are double-edged swords. You just want to make sure that you're not being so fixated and just so like uncompromising and just not able to be moved, not able to be shaken, not able to be changed. And sometimes change is needed. Sometimes being shooken up is necessary. So I would just say, just keep that in mind, Taurus. Tauruses are low tolerant. They don't have time for, like, and when I say low tolerant, what I mean is that they don't have tolerance for people who kind of don't see it their way, who aren't what they will consider to be grounded, because they are earth signs. So it's a necessity for them to be stable and to be grounded. So I mean, when it comes to a Taurus, if you seem like you're kind of like off kilter, they're really not rocking with you, like, period. And they're low tolerant and opinionated, and you're gonna know how they feel. That bullheadedness will come out. They are earth signs, so they're very grounded and very stable, and they take pride in those things. So they can have a tendency to be very disappointed and let down easily, far as how hard they are on themselves. And they come off hard on other people too, because they're actually that hard on themselves. They're an earth sign. They're super grounded people. They want things to be a certain kind of way. They have in their mind how they want it done. Now, earth sign, we can discuss that. Sometimes you gotta take it easy and learn from Capricorns about patience. And it's okay to mess up, because eventually, with the way cycles of life work anyway, everything will come together like you want it to come together. And you will not be born as a Taurus if your life will be in shambles. No, honey, you are a Taurus. You are stable. You are grounded. You don't have to kind of be so particular when they love luxury, good sex, because they are some freaks. Tauruses are freaky people. Now, Taurus is known for being lazy to some people. At least that's what some astrologers say. That's what, the word around town is. Now, my own personal experience with a Taurus, I won't say a Taurus is lazy. I'll say that a Taurus have, like anything else they do, they're fixated on what it is that they do, and they'll do it in like a routine and a pattern. Tauruses are freaky. Taurus love sex. However, your stroke ain't working either. No, I'm just playing. Now, with a Taurus, that is what they say now. They do say that Tauruses are very freaky as far as sexual people, because Venus is the planet that rules that energy as far as being seductive and being sensual. However, when you get in the room, honey, just stiff as a log.
What do you want to hear, huh? Let me tell you I love you, huh? I love you, okay? Come on, just stop the car.
I don't go for that love shit. Get off the car, you no money having, no stroking having, no dick having. Get off this motherfucking car, Negro.
Hey, listen to me, okay? I mean,
No, you did just take my good hair. I hope you die. Give me her, son of a dog. And your stroke ain't working neither.
They love luxury. They love comfort. They love stability. So if you want a Taurus, hey, luxury, stability, a good meal, some good food. If you know how to cook, oh my God, they might be in love with you. Taurus loves a good meal, and baby, if it's at a luxury restaurant, hell, if it's home cooked, but it's gourmet style with somebody who could throw down, a Taurus might love you forever. So a Taurus loves to eat. So feed your Tauruses. A Taurus is someone who's extremely generous. A Taurus is a very generous person. Most Tauruses that I know, that I've run into in my life, I mean, they are extremely generous. They want you to have the best naturally. It's not even like no ego stuff. It's just the Taurus lives their life in that way. So therefore, when they're doing for you, they're just doing onto you what they would do onto themselves. A Taurus will splurge on their partners, put them in the finest, and the same thing for themselves, and they want to look good. Oh, a Taurus wants to look good, honey. Okay, you can't tell a Taurus they ain't cute. I don't know one Taurus that ain't got no self-esteem, honey. Far as outward appearance, sun sign, you see a Taurus, they confident, they looking good, they smelling good, the ones that I know. And the ones that I don't know, I know astrology. And I know when you are earth sign and you have Venus as your ruling planet, oh yeah, honey, you want to look good, smell good, feel good for sure. It ain't tricking if you got it. And the Taurus definitely has it, okay? So if you want a man or a woman who got some dollars, a man or a woman who is about their money, about their structure and foundation being solid, you definitely need to find a Taurus. So Taurus gang, what's up? My rising is Taurus Gemini. So I carry a little bit of that king, queen, boss, luxury, energy because I do have it in my natal chart. But it's not my sun sign. But still, shout out to Tauruses. I know that when it comes to y'all are very generous people. You will give your shirt off your back to somebody. You want the best for people. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, you are about being grounded in earthly matters. And that includes the people. You are generous with the people. Now, some people may feel like you're selfish, but you are actually very generous. You just want stuff to be the way you want it to be, how you want it to be, because that's just your personality. Okay, so let's get into it now. The cons. Let's talk about some things that are I hate to call them cons really, but for the sake of video, for the sake of whatever, we're gonna just say cons. But we know it's just when you off your square, and we all get off our square sometimes. We know that you're grounded. We know that you're reliable. However, sometimes you can kind of take your foot off the gas when it comes to being fixated and stubborn, because some people might have great ideas. Some people may be able to take whatever it is that you have going on and give you an opinion about it, and it may actually help you. So I would say just make sure that you're not being too stubborn and fixated on your ideas, fixated on decisions being final, things like that. So try not to be stubborn. Just lighten up in that area, and it's okay to be stubborn sometimes. But right now we're talking about cons, so for the sake of saying that, just try to work on not being so stubborn. Realistic. Try not to be so materialistic sometimes. We know that you are into things that make you comfortable, beauty, art, things that look good, people, places, things, child, a collection of all of it. But just the overindulgence on things that heighten those senses for you, because you do need to be stimulated in that kind of way where you like to indulge in Venus like things, beauty like things, love like things close to your heart, things that you can relate to. So when eating food, hell, you indulge in food, you like to eat, and it's all good, but all I'm saying is just have a fine line of being, hey, let me draw this line. I'm gonna spend this much and not this much this week. Hey, I'm going to not overindulge in this and try not to be overindulgent. So just be mindful. And now, Tauruses are very opinionated people. They have a way that they do things. They have an order, how they get things done. They are fixated on the way they get things done. So yeah, they can tend to be kind of opinionated and judge other people who aren't as grounded, earthly, earth sign as them. I mean, that's just their nature. They're all about being grounded. They're all about having it together. So when they see people who kind of don't have it together, or you seem a little like unorganized or all over the place, yeah, you can count on the Taurus looking at you like, nah, not my type of person. You may just seem too flighty and all over the place for them. So keep that in mind, Taurus. People might not do things the way that you do things, but you don't have to be so harsh on the judgment. And if you do, be constructively critical. Tauruses are low tolerant. They don't have time for and when I say low tolerant, what I mean is that they don't have tolerance for people who kind of don't see it their way, who aren't what they will consider to be grounded, because they are earth signs. So it's a necessity for them to be stable and to be grounded. So I mean, when it comes to a Taurus, if you seem like you're kind of like off kilter, they're really not rocking with you, like, period. And they're low tolerant and opinionated, and you're gonna know how they feel. That bullheadedness will come out. Now, a Taurus can be very possessive. What's Tauruses don't fuck with it. Okay, they can have a mine, me, mine mentality. They are possessive. What's theirs is theirs, especially their people. You know, they're family orientated. They're very overprotective of their loved ones, especially their lovers, and their children. So, you know, hey, take it easy on the possessiveness, Taurus. Also, never get it twisted. Tauruses are very calm on the outside, the exterior. However, and it takes a lot. Again, they're an earth sign, and they may take a minute to get fired up, but when they do, it's hell to pay. You do not want to see a Taurus mad. So Taurus, work on your explosiveness, okay?